Newzroom Afrika has always got its finger on the pulse insofar as the news cycle is concerned. Mpho Raphata is in some way at the center of that. She joins us now to give us a sense of the big stories for the day ahead. Mpho, always great to have you with us as we begin our day. Tuesday morning, yet another busy news cycle ahead.
Yes, indeed. Today is that day where we expect Basic Education Minister Mpho to finally tell us about what's going to happen at schools, right? You can remember that in Gauteng we have just over 60 schools that were torched. So we want to know, like, what's going to happen with those schools, what's going to happen with those learners, are teachers going back to school? We saw last week a lot of unions were saying no, our members are not going to schools. Your Section 27s were saying schools are not sanitized, no deep cleaning has taken place, norms and standards have not been met. So we want to hear from the minister. Are we going to have the grade 12s and the grade 7s back at school on the 1st of June?
Absolutely. And this decision, one cannot stress its importance considering the ripple effects, right? So if pupils do go back to school, that means a whole lot more people need to be on the roads. It certainly might suggest that we might have to start dealing with the issues around the scholar transport sagas that we've seen since the year began. I mean, there's all kinds of questions about who will be able to take care of the pupils once they're there. It's an important decision.
It's just a lot of things. I mean, even you speak of scholar transport. How many children are allowed in the transport? Has the taxi been sanitized? Does the driver have sanitized? All of those things. But I believe that the transport department and the education department are working together to be able to come up with a solution for that. One other story that we're following today, we speak about taxis. The Minister of Transport as well as Gauteng MEC for Health and Transport in the province are going to Ivory Park this morning. That's where Malu will be. And basically what they're doing, Ayanda, is they're testing taxi drivers and queue marshals.
Oh, wow.
In all of this, we tend to forget about those people. So today they're focusing on them and they're testing them because, of course, they come into contact with a lot of people on a daily basis.
Absolutely, Worth. I wonder how many of them are actually on board with that decision, because, I mean, I've gone through the COVID-19 test myself, and it's not the most comfortable thing, but, of course, this is not enough of a reason not to take that precaution. Yeah.
And then we go to KZN. Karinda's following the 6 men that were arrested for allegedly killing Andile Mbutu. Those people are in court this morning. We follow what will happen. There was an outcry, of course, on the reasons why he was killed, you know, the people involved and all of that. So we head to the courts this morning to check out what's happening with that story. Absolutely.
And this is, of course, the matric pupil who was allegedly beaten to death for stealing alcohol at a local tavern.
In Tonga, yeah.
Okay, no, we'll certainly keep an eye.
And then, of course, here also in Johannesburg, we go to a story that we've been following in Soweto. You and I were speaking about Zola Clinic a couple of days ago last week. We're back there this morning. Linda's monitoring that story for us in Soweto this morning.
All right, we'll touch base with Linda in just a moment. For now, let me thank you once again for getting us into the picture as best as you can. Mpho Raphata is our assignments editor here on Newzroom Afrika.